Ni hao, 我是Wu Yi'an. Welcome to Yi'an Zhongwen Easy Chinese. Hanzi, Chinese characters. Chinese is a pictographic language, which means that the words are based on pictures, not on an alphabet. Chinese is the only language currently still in use that is entirely pictographic. There were two previous pictographic languages, ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs and Sumerian cuneiform. The Japanese script used to be based on Chinese characters. They borrowed the characters from China. But in the 9th century, they adopted an alphabet called hiragana. Korea had also adopted Chinese characters, but in the 15th century, they created their own Korean alphabet. Characters can be made up of several parts or components, but only one of those parts will be the radical. That radical classifies the character as belonging to a group of characters with something common in meaning. For example, the ni character, ni meaning you, has 3 character components: to the left, the top, and to the bottom on the right. Only one of them is the radical. In fact, it's the person radical on the left that is the radical of this character. The person is also the radical in ta, he, and in the plural suffix min. In the bottom row, we have 3 characters with the female radical as the radical. The first one, ta, she, the second one, ma, mum, and the third one, jie, older sister. They all belong to the group of characters that are female or have something to do with female qualities. Let's explore how you would find out the meaning of a character. If you see a character written on a wall, you can't just copy and paste it into your dictionary. You can either draw it into a dictionary app, or you can try to find the radical and then find the meaning based on a radical table in a dictionary. This character has 3 parts: the top, the middle, and the bottom. I recommend using MDBG Chinese Dictionary. I'm not getting paid for this, but it's a very good online dictionary that can help you find the meaning of characters. In the dictionary, press on the button at the very top left, and that will give you a menu. Then press on the radical or stroke option. This will show you a table containing all the radicals in Chinese. There are 214 of them. If we go back to our character, we have to work out which part is the radical. Sometimes it's easy to tell, but sometimes it's just a matter of trial and error. I will look through the radical dictionary and find the different parts of the character. There's 1, 2, and 3 different options. There's an option that has 2 strokes, and then there are 2 options with 3 strokes. I'll try the one with 2 strokes. So I click on that, and up comes a further table with all the characters that have that as the radical. I count the additional strokes, the remaining additional strokes, and they total 6. And I go down the table to 6, and I find the character I'm looking for. I then press on it, and it shows me that that is Qing, capital city, also an abbreviation for Beijing. With the traditional dictionaries, the hard copy dictionaries, it's a little bit more time consuming. You will have a radical index, which is similar to the electronic dictionary. You have to count the number of strokes in the radical and find it on the table. And here under 2 strokes, I have found the radical, or what I think is the radical. It gives me a reference number. I turn to the next table in the dictionary, and I find that reference number, and then I count the number of strokes in the remaining part of the character, 6 strokes, and I find it here, and it gives me a page reference. And if I go to that page, I can find the character here, Jing. Time consuming. The electronic dictionaries make this process much faster. But that's the problem with a pictographic language. There is no alphabet, so you can't just go to the first letter and look for it there, and then look for the second letter and so forth like we do with English and most other languages. I hope this has been helpful. 再见.